Hey everyone, Easy here. As some of you may have seen, I did post a video very similar to this. It was just with the attached spreadsheet that is in the description. But I thought, to hell with that, let's go ahead and let's actually show you guys these teams. I won't show you all the gameplay of them, but I'll show you the teams in person, how they look together, and also tell you how to play them. And then if you don't have time or you'd rather read how to play them, there is a little brief description in the link in the YouTube video description below. So take a look at that as well to save all this for future reference. Okay, so first up, as everybody knows, I'm just going to go into Chapter 5 Hard because there is no limitations on this. So I can actually select them all and show you the team comps. Okay, so first up is Mulan, Baymax, and Belle. Now what you want to do is put the one you want to control in the middle. There she is, Mulan. Baymax there, support on the end. Now this is usually how I would set the team up. I would always have the person I'm controlling in the middle, tank on the left, healer on the right. So yeah, if you don't know about this team already, this is probably the most commonly played team for a reason. It is the best all-round team. Mulan has lots of damage, AoEs, a special is great. Baymax is super tanky, immune to wound. Once he pops his special, it'll stun the enemies, but also the teammates that are inside, it will progressively give them armor. So it's just the best all-round team. So this is the first team on the list. Next up, we have Genie, Sully, and Jack. Now I bet you guys are thinking, what? No damage? Trust me guys, you want Sully in the middle. He's going to be your main source of damage at one point in this. And then you want Genie over here. And then you'll take Jack at the end, just for a little bit of heals for some sustain. So actually what you want to do with this is you want to control Sully a little bit at the beginning. Run in, do a bit of damage. And then as soon as the special pops up, you'll use Genie's special. You'll switch to Genie, use his special. Hit the button, and then everyone will charge towards him because of his low. Then you'll run around the map, take some damage. Switch back to Sully, do a little bit of damage, heal with Jack. But the aim of the game with this one is to get Genie to 20% HP. Whereas at this time, Sully will have done a lot of damage in the meantime, Jack will have healed up a lot. And then when Sully's signet kicks in, everyone will charge at Sully until everyone else is dead. So what you will then do is just run around the outside of the map, or in between, wherever you want. Keep all the enemies chasing Sully, and then Genie and Jack have got free roam on the rest of the battle. They'll just run in and do basics, they'll throw some heavies, whatever, until the battle is done and everyone is dead. That's the lure team, guys. It's very effective. Situational use, but it could be the difference between scraping through a battle that you are stuck on. It's unconventional, but it does work. It's a great little team. It's great. You could also switch somebody out for Jack. But I do like Jack because over the longer course of the battle, you will get an extra focus stack. And with this becoming, with the new focus update that's going live today, it will cause more damage. So yeah, this is the go-to team for me. Next up is an experimental team. Now, you probably wouldn't use this a lot unless you just wanted to have a little bit of fun. So you'll go Mini in the middle, Anger on the left, and then you'll put Maleficent on the right. Now this is the Super Burns team. Control Mini, get some stacks up with Mini, so start to apply burn. Anger and Maleficent will just be throwing autos. Anger stacks will just start to fly up. Before you know it, you'll be seeing double figure stats. As soon as everybody has a special, just pop them all off at once. You'll see lots of burns going across. Maleficent will probably shock everybody too. She might get some defense downs in with her autos, maybe not, depending on crit. It's a fun little team. It's a good team to just experiment with. It'll do a lot of damage. It is super squishy, and it is just a team for fun. And the next team, you can choose any ranged guardian for this. Everybody used to choose Merida because she used to do super damage. But I'm going to go ahead and put Goofy because he's my favorite ranged. And then you're going to want to put Jack and Scrooge in any order because they're both healers. And this is the super crit focus team. So what this does is basically Scrooge with his special will give 10 focus stacks straight away. Jack will give 1. That's over every special. There'll be another and another and another. So the damage on the range is just going to constantly increase. People used to use Merida because she is very crit reliant on some of her talents, and she just get crazy damage. But we do use this to test out the maximum damage of every Guardian too. We will run Jack and we'll run Scrooge, and then whoever we want to see the max damage stacks, we will put straight in the middle. So it's also a great testing team. You could put somebody, say like the brand new Guardians in, if you really wanted to see their maximum damage output potential. The next team is an anti-tank team, and we're going to put Buzz in for this one, because Buzz does strip a lot of armor. Goofy does armor block, so straight away if they're focusing different Guardians, especially tanks, it's just going to wreck them. It's going to take their defenses straight down. And then just for a little bit of sustain, we will put Bell in. The good thing about this is Buzz will actually get focus stacks on his own. He will get defense stacks on his own. So the longer this battle can go on and will go on, Buzz will actually become a semi-off tank. So he will be tanking it, and surprisingly, this does work. Pedantic in my alliance has been using Buzz Lightyear in this way, like as an off tank. It's a slow burn, but when it does kick in, it's surprisingly what Buzz can do. So yeah, give it a try. The anti-tank team, it's very good, guys. Now this next team is, I don't know if anybody else uses this, but I've tried it and it's pretty insane. We are going to go ahead, we're going to put Judy in the middle. We will put Gaston on the left. My Gaston's all the way at the bottom. We'll put Ursula on the right. Now this is the super root team, guys. This is capable of rooting lots of people on the map all at once. Now you want to control Judy with this, because when she crits, there is a chance that she will root after so many like landing crits when she gets those defense downs. Also, her special has like a nice AoE range, so you can catch multiple people inside that and root. Gaston can cause root on his special. Same goes with Ursula. So if you use Judy first and you want to switch to somebody else to try and root them, just switch to another Guardian, aim somewhere else, pop the two specials off, and you can root an entire screen, guys. Very useful team, very fun as well, trying to get this mechanic to work. It does work, I've tried it. Give it a go, let me know if you can pull it off too. Now straight into the next team, it's the Super Debuff Squad. Now this team just causes nearly every single kind of debuff on the game, all apart from wound, I'd say. So you're just going to want to replace Gaston here, and you're going to want to put Oogie in. As you can see, it's a very, very tanky team. From Judy, you have the defense downs and the shocks. With Ursula, you've got the defense downs too. You've also got the roots off both of them. With Oogie, you've got the purge. You've also got his attack downs. You've got stuns on his signet. You've got a stun with Ursula. There's just so much going on with this team, guys. Just like the previous team, it will lock a screen down when it's done right. With Oogie's signet, the more you have, the more chance you have of stunning. But it's just great. There's just so much going on in this team, and it would be a nightmare playing against it because it is very tanky. So much CC, crowd control, that's what that means. There's just a lot going on. Okay, so this next team we're going to go in, we're going to put Ariel, Buzz, and then Jack. Now this is the slow stack team. This is great in long battles, really long battles. I'm not sure how much you'd use it, but it just progressively gets better and better and better the longer the fight goes on. Ariel will get loads of attack buffs, even when she's cleansing herself, when she's using a special. Jack, as we said before, gets those focus stacks on every special. Buzz gets his defense stacks and also gets those focus stacks that stay there indefinitely. So as you just heard, the longer the battle goes on, the stronger this team gets. Buzz again will act as the off tank, Ariel's the main damage, Jack's the healer and will give extra damage through focus. Great little team, test it out, let me know what you think. The next team we're going to chuck in Rapunzel. Where's Punzi? We're going to take Baloo and we're going to put Ian in. Give Ian a bit of spotlight time. So this team is just great. It's kind of balanced. There's some decent attack going in with Rapunzel. There's lots of buffs going on. Also lots of heals going on. Baloo can heal sometimes. It's kind of random when he does. Ian heals. Ian gives defense buffs or attack buffs depending on the timing of it. Rapunzel has her own self-heal, which is nice for her to sustain as a melee guardian. She gets her own stacks, she builds them all up, and when you hit the special, she spends them all. Baloo is an interesting character. There is a lot going on with his kit. I would recommend switching between Rapunzel and Baloo every now and then for a couple of seconds each. Get some stacks up with Rapunzel, hold some of those cargo crates with Baloo, and then when you spend them, that gives random buffs. So it just gives random buffs, and yeah, you'll start to see buffs popping up everywhere. It's a great little team. Give it a try, guys. Next up, we have the cleansing team. So Ariel, because she cleanses herself and that turns them into attack stacks. Jack also cleanses, not everything though, which is a shame. Only damaging debuffs, and then Scrooge. So yeah, Ariel cleanses off herself, Jack cleanses only attacking debuffs, and Scrooge cleanses one attack buff per coin spent. But in order for this to work, you need Scrooge's talent. Is it Healthy Profits? Yep, Healthy Profits talent. And that'll, per coin spent, that'll take one debuff away. Okay, next up is the heal block team. This is kind of good. Now, 2 parts out of this work, 2 out of the 3. So you want Scar. Always control Scar when you get the chance because he is the squishiest. You'll take Hook. And then just for some protection, you'd probably want to go Baymax in this. Sully would be another good choice, to be fair. So yeah, what I would do with this one is Scar Special, always inflicts heal block. It inflicts wound 2. Captain Hook is talent reliant in this one. Pirate's Blockade, on marked targets, if you have that talent on, it gives a chance to heal block. It's quite a high percentage, it's like 25, but it also increases his special chance to do that by 75% when it's upgraded. So it's going down with this team. If there's a lot of healers, they're not healing if you do this right. Use Scar, select Hook, and then switch to another target. That's 2 of the healers blocked. You don't often see more than 2 healers. It's a great little dungeon team. Just for it on the healers one. I've used it once or twice. It's not often, but it's there if you need it. And we'll use Scar again for the next team. We will take Scar, Merida, and we will also take Mulan. Now for Merida, you will need to equip the wound talent for this. Scar just inflicts many wounds. You could also put Aladdin in for this somewhere if you didn't want to use Merida, but I thought I would put a ranged guardian in because they don't get a lot of love these days, but I've got a feeling that will change later today. Mulan also inflicts wounds, so this is capable of just inflicting mass wounds. There'll be blood everywhere. It'll be a straight up bloodbath. It's a squishy team, but it's experimental. It's just for fun. Give it a try, guys. Let me know what it's like, what you think of it. So as I was reading through all of the Guardians of the Day, I thought there's got to be something that we're missing. A mechanic that not many people use, or that's just not needed in the game right now. And I found it. If you take Aladdin, and then you go and take Oogie again, so versatile for a tank. And finally, you'll take Ariel, so you could probably switch these 2 around. This could be known as the Purge team. If you put Nullification on Ariel, Oogie, Weighted Wheel, and Aladdin, you'll need a 4-star to pull this off because you will need his Signet. All of these can then purge enemy buffs, so what that does is if you're coming up against an Anger and it's just stacking buffs up, or Minis, or anybody who gets buffs fairly quick, or a Scar that can stack up to 10 that just stay permanently, a Sparrow who gets his focus, these will start to purge them. Now not all of them, some of them will do attack buffs, some of them will do defense buffs, but collectively this team is amazing for taking the enemy's buffs away. The Purge team, guys, you heard it here first. And finally, another team I came up with. This could be done with any multiple number of Guardians, but I would like to give it a try with these. You're going to want to take Scar again. It's got very low cooldown and some nice damage. You will take Donald and you will take Sully. Now all of these guys have a 9-second cooldown special, but what they also do is every one of these knock back the enemy. Sully has a chance to stun, but this can also knock them back, so this can knock back multiple enemies. Donald has the circle around him. Scar has his big claw reaching out. Sully has his shield in front of him. So yeah, you could technically keep alternating those specials and just keep pushing the enemy back. So you've got the knockback team, the pushback team, whatever you guys want to call it. So yeah, let me know what you think of these teams, guys. I know some of these you won't have heard of, or some of you may have heard of. Is there a team I've missed out that you think is pretty cool, that's got some mechanics you can throw together? I know we don't have much in the way of synergy and team buffs, but at the moment, this is the best I could come up with. Hopefully, we will get that in future, because we now have the attribute traits, well, like the talls, the goofballs, all of that. So yeah, let me know, guys. Take it easy now.